What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are, 11th green day in a row, 11th day of April. Right now, I'm sitting with a no red April, which is awesome. I'm feeling good about that. Feels like the wind is at my back a little bit. I finally have some momentum. My account is at all-time highs, so life is good. And today, another $6,819. Traded about 8 stocks. Yesterday, I traded a number of stocks as well. The last 2 days, I've been more active than I've been in the first 9 days of this hot streak. But momentum has been picking up. It's been crazy, and I don't want to just leave too much money on the table. So I've been trying to make a little bit more, be a little more aggressive, but at the same time, I want to be cautious. 11 days into a green streak, the odds of having a red day are certainly are there. So I've just got to be disciplined about my share size, about A-quality entries, and not overstaying my welcome or going back too many times to the well once I've had a couple of nice winners. So I'm walking away today. I may leave money on the table, but $6,800, that's gonna put me up just about $35,000 on the month. And I was just going over my metrics. So I imported my trades from yesterday, which now puts my metrics, my average winning trade this month, $342.18. My average loser is $182.38. So it's just about a 2-to-1 profit loss ratio, risking 180 to make 340, and my percentage of success is almost 71%. Not bad at all. Not bad. I feel good about that. This was the goal for the month, to focus on consistency, to try to be the best teacher possible, to lead by example, and the belief was that the profits would follow. By focusing primarily on the profits, I was being really aggressive last month in March, and I was taking some high-risk trades, and in fact, the profits didn't follow because I was just all over the place. So got recentered, now 11 days in, feeling good. All right, so as always, questions, comments, make sure you leave them below. And a reminder, I hosted a workshop on Monday, which a lot of you guys attended. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna host an encore to that workshop. So for those of you who missed it, who weren't able to log in and you wanna watch the encore, I'm gonna put a link right down there in the description, and I'll probably pin it as the first comment. So click on that and register. We're gonna replay Monday's workshop. It's gonna be tomorrow, Friday, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So click that link if you missed it on Monday and want to watch the replay tomorrow. All right, that's it for me. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Questions, comments, leave them below, and I'll see you in the morning. What's up, everyone? All right, so we're gonna do our midday market recap. It's just about 11 a.m. and I'm throwing in the towel today, and I traded quite a bit today. Today and yesterday are probably my 2 most active days in the last maybe 3 weeks, but we've seen a lot of volatility. We've seen a lot of momentum, and I know that it is my 11th consecutive green day. I don't have any doubt about that. But today I did start with a red trade. I went red, and that was on EDNT. And this was a really kind of wild morning for me, because while I jumped in EDNT, it was a gap and go setup, and I was looking to ride that momentum higher. And while I was in it, THMO started to pop up. And so I jumped in THMO. I was still holding ENDT. I never like to take 2 trades at once, but today I did it. And I focused on THMO, I made money there, then I switched back to EDNT and sold kind of as it bounced up off the low of its pullback. Anytime you take two trades at once, you're making a decision to basically ignore one of them. It's impossible to focus entirely on 2 at once. And so today was a little bit of a wild start, but things then smoothed out on MOSY, and we had a nice move on BMRA and a couple other smaller moves. So if I was to guess what my P&L is today, and again, the way I trade right here, I'm not looking at my P&L, so I'm focusing, I can see how much I'm up unrealized. So like if I take a test trade on ZVZZT, the NASDAQ test stock, it'll show that I'm in with 1,000 shares at 10.02 and I'm down $39. This is a test stock. It's the test stock right here. So the wins and losses do not contribute to your actual P&L. You don't pay commissions on it. So I can tell how much I'm up, and I know I had a couple of good trades on THMO, a couple of good trades on BMRA, but MOSY I think is the biggest winner. And I initially was thinking I had about $2,000 of profit probably, but then I had the trades on BMRA. So I'm thinking I might be in the range of 3,000, maybe optimistically 4,000. I do not think it's a $12,000 day. There was nothing that was big enough to give me that. So let's see where I finished today. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. $6,819.42. And I was right that there weren't any big wins. 2,400 on THMO, 2,200 on MOSY, 1,100 on PDSB. That was a nice one. I'll cover that one. BMRA, $800. Y10, 288. BLIN, 96. ZVZ, that one doesn't count. ADIL, $60. Not bad. EDNT, $200. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, I want you guys, right now we've got only 1,900 in the room right now. We were up closer to 3,000 this morning, and we had about 5,000 live streaming on YouTube. So why don't you guys who are still in the room type how much you made, and I'll just scroll up here and look at some of your P&L. So if I see the Warrior Trading logo in the background, I know that you are on our simulator. So 2,500 in the simulator. Good job. There's $1,000 real money. No logo in the background. Nice, Eric. Here's PM Trader locking up, looks like $165, I think. Not bad. Green is good. It was nice to see you down in Miami. Let's see. We had some P&Ls posted up here. $1,000. Nice. Let's go a little further up. Inner Circle Miami. That was fun. 1,100 on the sim. We've got 1,100 on the sim there. 700. Let's see. Someone posted it twice. $78. Real money, Jason. Yes. Green. There you go. Posted a couple times too. 812. Consistency. Nice. Bobby. $1,800. Real money. Looking good, man. All right. Well, let me scroll back down at the bottom and see where you guys posted. All right. AK. Just a play day. All right. So you're probably in the sim. In the sim, John. We got to get you dialed in on your entries. So you can see that spectrum being at the beginning of the curve. Thank goodness you're trading in a simulator. There's no reason you should trade with real money until you've proven you can be profitable. So, 500, 700, lowest red, 6,000 red. So, you see some folks at the beginning of the learning curve, not where we want to see you. Others doing a little bit better, maybe some luck involved. We had someone yesterday who made, I think it was like $85,000 in the sim. So that's not really treating it like real money. Brad, two stocks, clean, nice. Right there, nice. So as students are in different places on their journey, naturally, you see the profits vary. So students at the very beginning, struggling. Students further in, doing a little bit better, getting ready to switch to real money. And in fact, over 1,000 people have walked away already today, and I'm sure some of them, no doubt, walking away with some nice profit in their pocket. All right, so let's do a review here of the watch list from this morning. So this morning, I was watching ENT, EDNT. I was not watching LTRPB. I did a Great Warrior Pro mentor session yesterday, upload to the live trading archives, and you guys will see the trade that I took on it in the simulator, because I wouldn't touch it with my enemy's money because it's just not worth it. The risk is just not worth it. So I wouldn't touch it with my money. I wouldn't touch it with anyone else's money. It's just too risky. ATOS was a maybe. THMO I liked. RCUS was a weird one. And PDSB was on here as well. So a few stocks on the gap scanner. So I started with EDNT. EDNT pre-market looked like this. Not bad. And you can see I drew out this line here at 471. That is as per chapter 1 of chapter 4 of the day trade course, where we're breaking down those resistance points on the daily and the levels that I see. So that was the setup there, 471. It broke pre-market. It hit a high of 520. I got in for the break of 520, and then all of a sudden it dropped. So when it dropped right here, as you can see, it hit a low of 460, and I was holding 3,000 shares into that drop. So I was down over $1,000, and I was like, I should cut this, but I didn't really want to cut it just yet because I wanted to give it a chance to pop back up. Generally, my sort of dollar max loss is about $1,000. So I was like, okay, this isn't great, but sometimes they whip at the open and then do red to green move. And I don't like to stop out only to have it do the red to green, so I gave it a second. In this candle right here, it came back up to 5 right here. It came back to a high of 97, and when it couldn't break over 5, I sold it at 90. So I ended up losing $215 on it, which wasn't the worst thing in the world. It wasn't great, but it was much better than selling at the bottom. And that was my only trade on that one. THMO was the other one that I was focusing on. Pre-market high up here at 813. The bell rings, and this thing pretty much just squeezed right away. And so I jumped in it and rode the momentum from 8 all the way up to a high of 878. Not bad. It pulls back, consolidates for a little while, and then as it comes back up right here, I got back in on this candle, break of VWAP. It broke VWAP, it held. I bought for the break, it squeezes up to a high of 824, and those are my two winners. But you can see that neither of them held up really well, which is kind of disappointing and ends up being a little bit of a indicator for the rest of the day. A lot of false breakouts. PDSB. Next one down on my P&L here, $1,100 of profit. My first trade, I jumped in it right here for the break over $1.50. And there must have been a 250,000 share seller at $1.50 because it did not want to break that level. It just was stuck there at $1.50. So I stopped out for a loss. It pulls back quite a bit. I lose interest in it. And then I notice it's coming back up. And I bought right here, actually at 43. This was a nice entry. Can anyone tell me what that entry was based on? I was basically buying the first 1 minute candle to make a new high, which was at 40. And because this last candle was an inside candle, I decided just to wait to 42, 43. So I bought at 43 and it pops up to a high of 55, 60, all the way to 62. 20 cents a share. That's not, home run stuff, but it was a nice win. So I took one trade there, and then I also took a little micro pullback as it dipped down here, and then sold that above 60. So I had 2 trades there, 3 trades on the stock in total, 2 winners and 1 loser. And I'm actually not sure what my metrics are going to look like today, just because I was so active. But what I will do during this recap is we'll go over the month to date. So this is the month to date, and it does not include yesterday's trade, so I'll have to import them, but we can look at the month before yesterday at least. All right, so PDSB, $1,200 or $1,100 there. And then BMRA, news comes out at like 10:40, and the stock spikes from 850 all the way up to 1150. And, this is kind of a tough one. I decided to trade it. I didn't call out these trades because I really felt that they were pretty risky and they were pretty aggressive. So I traded it on the pullback right here at 980. And then I added at 1018 into the halt, selling all of it before the halt at 1045. It halts, it resumes, it squeezes higher, and then this trade for the break of 11 I took, selling up here. Then I got back in it for the break, or for the bounce off VWAP down here. And that was this trade right here that popped up to here. It was okay, but not amazing, and it's continued to go weaker. So these trades here were with only 1,000 shares. I obviously knew the risk was higher. So $826 there. YTEN halted going up on news. I bought coming out of the halt. It ended up halting a second time, but then came back down. No real excitement there. BLIN, another one, kind of a big move, didn't hold its levels, small profit. And ADIL came out with news, popped up, and then came down. So not a lot to say or to really share on those trades. THMO off the watch list, and MOSY were the biggest ones. So, MOSY, maybe I skipped over this one. So MOSY all of a sudden pops up on the scans, and I was like, there's no news. I don't really trust it. So I got in it at I think it was like 215 or 218, like down here, 220. And it pops up and then it drops, and I got out for, I don't know, like a $60 winner probably. It was a small winner. And then it rips up to 284, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It breaks 284 and it halts at 3. It opens, and then I bought up here at around $3 for the squeeze up to 350. It then pulls back. I got back in at 370 and rode the momentum here up to about 450. But it was weird because I had no news, and I didn't really understand why it was moving up, but it was moving up. Not obviously to the extent of, RPB yesterday. And I have a separate YouTube video, and Warrior Pro students, you guys have access to the live trades on this. This went up, and the company issued a statement saying they're not aware of any news to account for this move in their stock. And yet, it's still hit a high today of $100. So this is the craziest thing, and I think it's at a high risk of getting halted pending investigation by the exchange, and they'll probably look at each order that went through and try to figure out who bought this, who knew something, what did they think they know, when did they buy the shares, and really get to the bottom of it, because it's a strange move. So I didn't trade it. I didn't trust it, and I don't want to get my money tied up in a circuit breaker T12 halt, so I just left it alone completely. I think that was the right move. Anyways, there's a separate video on that. I traded it in the simulator just for the sake of experience and showing students my input on it, and that was interesting. Okay, so my detailed P&L here. Well, let's look at first at the calendar. This is April. So this is the month of April, coming into today, coming into Tuesday. So this does not include the 12,000 I made on Wednesday or the 6,800 that I made today. So this is the best looking month ever. Months don't look better than this. Any month that's all green is an amazing looking month, even if it's small profits. That consistency is where it's at. All right, so ended up having obviously a nice little hot streak here. I'm gonna try logging into Lightspeed real quick here because I want to import my trades from yesterday so we can add those on. But let's look at before yesterday. So before yesterday, this is what my P&L looked like. Average winning trade, $286. And let me get my drawing tool out here so you guys can see what we're looking at. So I'm looking at this right here. Average winning trade, $286. Average losing trade, $164. So a nice profit to loss ratio. Biggest winner, 2,100. Biggest loser, minus 743. All right, not bad. Accuracy, 70%. Not bad. So that's gross profit right there, $20,000. Commissions this month haven't been too bad. Unfortunately, I had a really nice day yesterday, which will bring me up to 32,000 after yesterday, and then with another 6,800, getting close to 40,000 on the month. And how many days do we still have left in the month? Let's go back to our calendar view. We've still got 1, 2, 3, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days left in the month. And I've been averaging here $2,313 per day. That's awesome. I mean, that's really good. And it's without the roller coaster of really big losses. Not that I haven't had a few bigger losses. I did have one yesterday on which one was it? I can't remember, but it's not impossible to have some bigger losses here and there. But overall, this is pretty solid. So pretty quick trades, 5-minute winners, 2-minute losers, and price and volume. Profitability, mostly on stocks above 2. I don't like the cheap stuff. Between 2 and 5 is good. 5 and 10 is okay. A little bit above 10. This month just hasn't been as much. Let's see. Win-loss expectation. There's not going to be a lot here just because it's been pretty solid. So, hey, these are good metrics. This is why you guys are here. You want to see this type of trading, and I've been pulling it together pretty well. So, performance here Wednesday is going to be much better thanks to yesterday. So that'll actually be my highest day. And nope, Thursday will be the highest day up here at 12,000. Wait, see. Thursday will be 12,000 and Wednesday will be 13. So no, Wednesday will be slightly higher after today. And then I've got to try to add some profit tomorrow to my Fridays. Profitability by time of day. As you can see, first hour, 9:30 to 10, 10:30 to 11, a little bit of profit after 11, not a lot. So that's where I sit right now. So that was as of Tuesday, about 18,000 on the month before or after commissions. Now it'll be up to 30 and 35,000 or so. So coming up towards 40,000 on the month. That's a solid month, and it's been trading with smaller share size. This is both of my accounts. I don't have any trades today in my main account. So what I do is I import them. So let's see, I have IRA account right here. So I have that much profit in my IRA, and then in my main account right here, I have that much profit. And my trade yesterday was in the main account. So I just import both of them, and then I just tag them so I know which account it is. But generally I just look at the total because it doesn't really, to me, matter that much which account it's in. I mean, it matters from the tax perspective. I don't pay income tax in my retirement, but at the same time, if I make money in my main account, I can take that out tomorrow to go, buy something or whatever. So anyways, that's it for me today. Nice to have the 11th consecutive green day, especially after starting in the red on EDNT by about $1,000. So dug my way out of the hole, finishing green, and I'm going to be back at it first thing tomorrow morning, Friday, and I want to finish the week with one more green day. So 12 consecutive green days. That's the goal, and I think it's within reach. If one of the things with EDNT is I wasn't in with full size, so it was easier for me to be okay with holding, even though it was against me a little more than I would typically prefer. And then I could have added if I wanted to, and I actually thought about adding for the break of 5 here for a red to green, but I didn't because it didn't break 5. But being in with smaller size makes it a little bit, I can be a little more nimble. I can navigate a little bit faster and get in and out of the market when I see things I like or don't like, and it's brought the stress level down a little bit. So it's, of course, easy to say the last 11 days have been low stress because I'm green, but are they low stress and am I green not just because of the market, but also because of the approach on share size? So, if we look back here year to date, January, I had some big red days, some back-to-back red days. And here was a little bit of a red streak, a little bit right here. February was good. I made about $65,000. So I don't know that I'll make that much here in April. And if I do, it would be really interesting because let's just for one quick second look at the month of February. What you'll see is different is that I was trading with larger share size. My profit loss ratio was different. I had bigger winners by far, but bigger losers. Biggest loser was $8,000. Biggest winner was 16. So a lot of that ended up canceling, they canceled each other out. The commissions were higher. And so it's very interesting to see here, in April that I may not be tracking for a full 75,000 before commissions, but my average winners have been a lot smaller, and I'm still up, almost 35,000 with 8 or whatever, 9 days left in the month. So it feels like this approach may actually be capable of generating as much profit as with big size, but we'll see. All right, so that's it for me. I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning, Friday. We'll finish off the week, and I'm gonna jump over into the Warrior Pro chat room, and we'll start doing Q&A over there in about an hour, just a little bit past noon. All right, so I'll see you guys over there in about an hour. Hey, did you know every morning I go live to stream my pre-market watch list? Subscribe to the channel, press the alert button, and you'll get the notifications. And if you want to learn more about trading, check out the links in the description. And if you have questions, post them in the comments, because I personally respond to every comment posted on my channel.